Those individuals allegedly included high-ranking supervisors in the business, personal assistants, security staff, and household staff.
But if there is one, can you read between the lines? There's a call from the prisons. Someone thinks that they have a green light on us that they don't even know what they're.
The saga surrounding Scene Diddy Combs has taken a shocking turn with the leak of a phone call between him and his lawyer, which could seriously damage his defense. According to reports, during the call, Diddy allegedly instructed his lawyer to destroy compromising information he had collected over the years on various celebrities. However, the FBI was reportedly one step ahead, swooping in before the lawyer could carry out Diddy's request and discovering the stash themselves. Sources suggest that what the investigators uncovered is not only damaging, but potentially explosive.
What his team is trying to do is get the public to assume that the government is leaking some of this negative information about him, like that Cassie video. But the reality is, he's got a lot of enemies.
The stash in question reportedly holds evidence that could implicate some of Diddy's closest associates and even high-profile celebrities who attended his infamous parties, potentially changing the course of the ongoing case. While Diddy's legal team has long claimed he's been targeted by baseless allegations, the FBI now reportedly possesses this trove of evidence, making that narrative harder to maintain. The leaked phone call, currently under analysis, could also expose Diddy to new charges of obstruction of justice or evidence tampering, adding further weight to an already devastating case. The timing of the leak couldn't be worse. It's not the first time his phone conversations have caused trouble, but this one may be the tipping point. The call reveals Diddy's frantic attempts to destroy the material before it reached the wrong hands, but the FBI, acting on an earlier tip, had already seized it. While the exact contents of the material remain undisclosed, whispers suggest it includes compromising information on Diddy and several celebrities who were regulars at his private gatherings.
Just to tell the truth, so hopefully we can get down to the bottom of this. I'm 100%, the charges against me are 100% false, and hopefully due to time, we'll start to see it.
The leaked phone call is just the latest in a series of missteps that have painted Diddy as a man desperately trying to stay ahead of a mounting scandal. It echoes a similar incident involving a call between Diddy and one of his sons, where Diddy allegedly instructed him to dispose of leftover pizza boxes. The cryptic language sparked widespread speculation online, with many interpreting the phrase as coded instructions to destroy evidence. While the exact meaning of pizza boxes remains unclear, the call raised serious concerns about whether Diddy was trying to use his family to cover up his tracks. Together, these calls paint a troubling picture of behavior that could seriously undermine his credibility in court.
Yo, listen, do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes. Okay.
The call to his lawyer is on an entirely different level. Unlike the call to his son, which could be dismissed as ambiguous or innocent, this one reportedly shows a direct attempt by Diddy to destroy evidence. Legal experts are already weighing in, with some suggesting that this could be a turning point in the case. If the FBI has indeed recovered the evidence before it could be tampered with, it could provide prosecutors with the hard evidence they've been seeking. Furthermore, if the stash contains material implicating others, it could trigger a domino effect, leading to Diddy's associates turning on him in exchange for lighter sentences.
I'm telling you right now, a lot of people don't want to get it. There's enough of you to do something, anything. And there's so many of you able to get loud.
While officials have remained tight-lipped about the contents of the alleged stash, speculation is rampant. Some believe it includes hidden recordings from Diddy's private gatherings, often referred to in the media as freak-offs. These notorious, secretive, and exclusive events have become a central focus in the case, with reports suggesting that attendees were often unaware that cameras were rolling, capturing compromising moments that could now be used against them. Courtney Burgess, a former associate of Diddy who recently testified before a grand jury, has claimed that these recordings could implicate not only Diddy but several high-profile celebrities as well. If the FBI has indeed secured these tapes, it could spell disaster for everyone involved.
Her civil lawsuit, Cassie said that she was the victim of abuse, assault, and at the hands of Diddy.
Burgess's testimony has already sent shockwaves through Hollywood, as he claims the tapes were originally kept by Diddy's late ex-partner, Kim Porter, who reportedly feared they could be used against her or others close to Diddy. After Porter's passing, the tapes allegedly fell into Burgess's hands, who has provided detailed accounts of their contents. According to him, the recordings contain deeply compromising material, some of which involves individuals who were unaware they were being filmed. While Burgess has yet to hand over the tapes to authorities, his testimony has already heightened the urgency of the investigation. If the FBI's recent raid recovered these tapes, they could provide prosecutors with a treasure trove of crucial evidence.
Kim Porter, you know, that is Diddy's ex, who's also the mother of his 3 of his children.
Right.
Has detailed the alleged abuse that she suffered at his hands.
Oh, no.
And this is all in a...
The tapes are just one part of the alleged stash, which reportedly includes not only video recordings but also financial records, written notes, and other documents that could further implicate Diddy and his associates. Insiders suggest these materials may reveal a coordinated effort to silence witnesses and cover up wrongdoing, aligning with previous allegations that Diddy used his wealth and influence to control those around him. For prosecutors, this stash could be a gold mine, offering a rare look into the inner workings of Diddy's empire and the lengths he allegedly went to protect it. The leaked call to his lawyer has reignited interest in the broader allegations against Diddy, particularly regarding his infamous private gatherings. For years, rumors have circulated about what really occurred at these events, which were described as lavish parties by some and secretive indulgences by others. Attended by celebrities, industry insiders, and high-profile guests, these gatherings reportedly had a darker side, with attendees allegedly lured under false pretenses into situations they couldn't easily escape. Some have claimed the parties were meticulously orchestrated to foster an atmosphere of excess, with Diddy allegedly using his influence to control the narrative and maintain secrecy.
Really put their hands on women really is people who have men who have feminine traits. So, you know, it really takes a coward to put his hands on a woman. So, you know, a man is so strong enough, we can just walk away. You can do, it's so many different things that you can do other than get upset, put your hands on a woman. But that comes from a man who's not quite a grown man.
One of the most chilling aspects of these allegations is the claim that hidden cameras were used to record the events. Burgess has testified that these recordings were not merely for personal use, but were allegedly part of a larger effort to maintain control over those who attended. If the FBI has indeed recovered these tapes, it could provide concrete evidence to support these claims. Moreover, if the tapes include footage of other high-profile individuals, it could trigger a ripple effect, leading to new allegations and lawsuits emerging in the wake of the scandal.
It was all, you know, insecurities. Anytime a man would go out his way to wiretap someone's phone or put taps in their homes just to monitor their conversation, that's a sign of insanity. So when you see someone doing that, you can imagine everything else that.
The leaked call to the lawyer also raises serious concerns about Diddy's legal strategy moving forward. His defense team has been working overtime to counter the growing list of allegations, but this latest revelation could make their job much more difficult. If the FBI has indeed secured the stash, it could dismantle any argument that the allegations against Diddy are baseless or exaggerated. Additionally, it could open the door to new charges, including obstruction of justice and evidence tampering. For a man already facing a mountain of legal challenges, this could be the final straw.
So he put his hands on females, put his hands on producers, executives. That's just his. I guess that's what the whole name Bad Boy comes from. That people don't really understand. What is it? What is a bad boy? Why did he choose that name? You know, like he never really gave a clear definition of how he feels about that name. Now,
there's also the question of what this means for the other individuals allegedly implicated in the stash. If the materials contain compromising information about other high-profile figures, it could trigger a series of cascading legal battles. Some insiders believe these individuals may be willing to cooperate with authorities in exchange for leniency, potentially turning the tide further against Diddy. Meanwhile, others are reportedly scrambling to distance themselves from the scandal, with some allegedly deleting social media posts and severing ties with him altogether.
This investigation is ongoing, and I encourage anyone with information about this case to come forward and to do it quickly.
As the story continues to unfold, one thing is clear: the leaked call to the lawyer has changed everything. What was once a case focused primarily on Diddy's alleged actions now threatens to engulf a wider circle of individuals, potentially implicating some of Hollywood's biggest names. For Diddy, the stakes couldn't be higher. With each new revelation, the walls seem to be closing in. The question on everyone's mind is no longer whether he'll face consequences, but how severe they'll be. If the FBI's latest move is any indication, this is far from over.
Not do this alone. Do you foresee that there could be other charges related to this case?
I'm not taking anything off the table.
No one wants him mentioned.
This isn't just about Diddy. The leaked call and the alleged stash have raised broader questions about accountability, power, and the lengths some will go to protect their secrets. As the investigation continues, the public is left wondering who else might be implicated and what other skeletons are waiting to be uncovered. What started as a scandal centered on one man is now threatening to engulf a network of high-profile figures. The FBI's recent actions suggest that Diddy's empire isn't just crumbling, it's going down in flames, and it could take others with it. After reportedly instructing his lawyer to destroy what he called dirt collected on celebrities, Diddy found himself in an even deeper hole when the FBI intercepted the stash before it could be erased. Rumor has it, this collection contains incriminating material on some of the biggest names in entertainment, people tied to Diddy's infamous secretive gatherings. But the real kicker is that this stash may not just expose Diddy's alleged wrongdoings, but also reveal a broader network of complicity involving celebrities who were either attendees or enablers at these controversial events.
Yo, I just got some information myself, man, because it was strange to me that every month he's going up for a bail hearing, and I know that seems strange to a lot of people.
Insiders are now revealing that the FBI has begun sifting through a treasure trove of files, and while the exact details of what they've uncovered are tightly guarded, whispers from those close to the investigation suggest it's far worse than anyone imagined. There are rumors of hidden recordings, financial transactions, and even correspondence between Diddy and other powerful figures. If these allegations prove true, they could lead to a cascade of new charges, not just against Diddy, but potentially others in his inner circle. This development has sent shockwaves through Hollywood, where for years, Diddy's gatherings were seen as the epitome of glamour and excess, exclusive events that only the most influential could attend. However, as more details emerge, these same parties are now being re-examined through a much darker lens. Sources close to the investigation describe them as carefully orchestrated spectacles, complete with high security and layers of secrecy, where everyone knew they were stepping into a world where rules didn't apply. What they may not have realized, however, is that their every move could have been recorded. The idea that Diddy may have kept these recordings as leverage is chilling and raises serious questions about who else might have something to hide.
Money, and they got lawyers that can come up with different reasons and different information and present it to the courts that they are able to get how many bail hearings, as long as you got different information to present to the court, different evidence.
As the story continues to unfold, one thing is clear: the leaked call to the lawyer has changed everything. What was once a case focused primarily on Diddy's alleged actions now threatens to engulf a wider circle of individuals, potentially implicating some of Hollywood's biggest names. For Diddy, the stakes couldn't be higher. With each new revelation, the walls seem to be closing in. The question on everyone's mind is no longer whether he'll face consequences, but how severe they'll be. If the FBI's latest move is any indication, this is far from over.
I realize he got a lot of money. He still got a lot of money because he's paying these high-profile lawyers to take this case. So in having them to take this case, they're able to construct a lot of information together to make sure that when they go to the courts, they can say, yo, Your Honor, listen here. This is something that's changed. This is something that's new. This is something that's...
This isn't just about Diddy. The leaked call and the alleged stash have raised broader questions about accountability, power, and the lengths some will go to protect their secrets. As the investigation continues, the public is left wondering who else might be implicated and what other skeletons are waiting to be uncovered. What started as a scandal centered on one man is now threatening to engulf a network of high-profile figures. The FBI's recent actions suggest that Diddy's empire isn't just crumbling, it's going down in flames, and it could take others with it. After reportedly instructing his lawyer to destroy what he called dirt collected on celebrities, Diddy found himself in an even deeper hole when the FBI intercepted the stash before it could be erased. Rumor has it, this collection contains incriminating material on some of the biggest names in entertainment, people tied to Diddy's infamous secretive gatherings. But the real kicker is that this stash may not just expose Diddy's alleged wrongdoings, but also reveal a broader network of complicity involving celebrities who were either attendees or enablers at these controversial events.
This particular case, they said that when they did the impromptu search, well, they took some of his legal information and the judge ordered them to give that back. So I guess the lawyers are going to come up with a couple of new things saying that he can't properly, have his...
Let's revisit that earlier call, as it perfectly illustrates how Diddy's attempts to outmaneuver the authorities have backfired. In the leaked conversation, Diddy is heard instructing his son to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. On the surface, it might seem innocent enough, but the timing and context immediately raised red flags. With Diddy already under investigation, the cryptic language was widely seen as a coded instruction to destroy evidence. Social media exploded with theories, some even drawing comparisons to the infamous Watergate scandal. While that connection may be a stretch, the call undeniably added fuel to the fire, further damaging Diddy's reputation. The issue is, Diddy's penchant for coded language isn't doing him any favors. Whether it's pizza boxes or vague instructions to recycle plastic, his words are being scrutinized like never before. In the court of public opinion, every phrase becomes a puzzle to be solved, and every slip-up a potential confession. The leaked call to his lawyer is no exception. By allegedly instructing his lawyer to destroy incriminating material, Diddy has not only handed prosecutors a potential new charge of obstruction of justice, but also given the public another reason to doubt his innocence.
A whole forestry of next week, because what they did was they held off whatever the procedures was going to go down today. The judge said he's going to revisit this next week. So I guess, I don't know if it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll find out what's going on, but it's going to be something that I think it may shock them.
So where does this leave us? For Diddy, the outlook is grim. With the FBI now in possession of what could be damning evidence, his legal team faces an uphill battle. For the celebrities tied to his parties, the stakes are equally high. If the recovered stash contains recordings or documents implicating others, it could trigger a series of cascading scandals, each more shocking than the last. The entertainment world is holding its breath, waiting to see who might be next to fall. But here's the bigger question: what does this mean for Hollywood as a whole? The Diddy scandal is just the latest in a string of high-profile cases that have exposed the darker side of fame and power. From Harvey Weinstein to Jeffrey Epstein, the public has grown increasingly skeptical of the entertainment industry's ability to police itself. Diddy's case is no different. If the allegations are true, it's not just about one man's actions, it's about a culture of silence and complicity that allowed those actions to go unchecked. With the FBI now digging deeper, that culture might finally be facing a reckoning.
This is what people don't understand about the federal government. This is what the people don't understand about the Southern District of New York. When they come and get you, when they decide to lock you up, they already won.
For now, all eyes are on the investigation as the FBI continues to analyze the materials recovered during their raid, leaving the public to speculate about what might come next. Will more names be revealed? Will the tapes, if they exist, ever see the light of day? And most importantly, what will this mean for Diddy's future and those tied to him? One thing is certain, this story is far from over, and the next chapter promises to be even more explosive than the last. The walls aren't just closing in on Diddy, they're closing in on an entire network of power, privilege, and secrecy. As more details emerge, it's becoming increasingly clear that no one is untouchable, and the truth has a way of catching up with everyone eventually. As the Diddy saga continues to unfold, one can't help but wonder who else might be implicated in this web of secrecy and power. Could this scandal bring down more than just one empire? And will Hollywood ever be the same? Share your thoughts and theories in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going, because this story is far from over. Until next time, stay curious and keep watching.